Exactly 12 after 9 o'clock, moving along with our second hour right here on News and Views on Salam Media. And we are going to be talking with Imran Mukaddam. He's a community activist and also the CEO of Inspire Media Networks. We're going to be looking at the Shahid David's Umrah scandal. Also on the show, we are now going to be talking with Kaya Zote, project manager for the Tax Security Service. I do hope I'm saying that correctly. A very good morning to you, Kaya. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good,
And
thank you.
very
Lovely
much.
to have you.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Well, I must say that it's important that we talk about the situation. It's very, very worrying indeed. You, as security experts, are warning parents about the alarming rate of kidnappings in South Africa. And you go on to say that parents need to be vigilant all the time. The school year starts tomorrow. We have heard in the past about children being kidnapped outside of schools. We've heard about children being kidnapped in shopping malls, etc. So, yeah, we need to unpack this situation in more detail so parents can become more vigilant. What is your studies actually indicating, or your investigations rather?
As care security company, we find it very much important for us to impact the knowledge that we do have in the security business. Hence, we did a little bit of research, and then the research that we came up with, there are a number of instances that happened, especially when the schools are reopening. There were a number of kidnapping in KZN, and we do have one in Johannesburg and also one in KZN in Western Cape. What normally happens is these syndicates they normally target the affluent families. It's either for ransom or setting up the personal matters. So we urge each and every parent to be vigilant at this time of the year because the way incident that happened in Johannesburg between 2020 and 2023, where a young boy was abducted outside school premises, and one in Cape Town. There was also as a 8-year-old girl that was abducted in the morning just before she could reach her school. The case in KZN, the child was kidnapped while she was playing with her schoolmates just outside the school premises in 2019. And the most unfortunate part about this one, the kid was being abducted, and then the police they managed to track down the woman who stole her from the school, and she was nearly at the borders of Lesotho.
Sure.
So these things are really happening. So all we say is, as state security services, we want each and every parent to be vigilant in terms of safeguarding their little ones.
So, Kaya, there's a lot of, rumors that go around, and one wonders how much of truth is in those rumors. You talk about rich kids being kidnapped for
Hmm.
ransom, that one can understand. We've heard of many such cases over the past while. But there's also cases where, they're suggesting that children get kidnapped for their body organs. Is there any truth in that, where they then obviously kill these children and use their body organs for multi purposes and other purposes?
On that one, I cannot verify because I don't have facts on that one. But from the news, I can say that I heard something like that, that there are instances whereby the kids will be kidnapped for multi purposes. So yeah, these things are really happening, and I urge each and every parent out there to to be vigilant when it comes to the babies and their.
Sadly, we also know that young children are being kidnapped for the sex trade. As sick as it sounds, it is a
Yes,
reality.
ma'am. It is a
in our
reality
society. And it's not only South Africa. Let's also understand that children go missing all around the world. um,
all around the world. Yes.
Sorry about that. um, Outside of their schoolyards, and we do know that lots of people are saying it is for the sex trade.
Instances you'll find out uh, some of the kids that they will be kidnapped by the person that is known to the family or the spouse, which is if I can put it this way, the ex-husband or the ex-wife, especially in the divorce cases whereby the child is going to be given to a certain parent in the divorce settlement. So there are measures that one needs to follow in terms of trying to keep their little ones safe. We can unpack those. I mean, now we are living in the world of social media. We tend to put everything on the social media got its downside and then its upside. The downside about it is if you tend to put the pictures of your little one on the social media, there are people that are watching. There are people that are going through. It's the either your ex, your what you call it's ex now. Ne? Used to be Twitter, yes, and then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Facebook, and even on your status. So parents, I urge them to try to refrain from putting their kids' information on those social media because it makes them an easy target. And also, we tend to write the names, the telephone numbers on the back of their school bags, and that one also put the little ones at risk in terms of people might see that, and then they can use that information to target that specific child.
So let me ask you this question then. I'm going to ask you to give us some basic do's and don'ts in ensuring our little ones' safety. But in a situation where a parent that doesn't have custody of a child
Yes,
abducts the
right.
child and tries to take the
Mm.
child out of possibly the province or the country, if the law catches up with that parent, do they face severe penalties? Do they even get jailed for a crime like that?
Our understanding is in South Africa we are ruled by the law. If regardless if you are a parent, but if you are not allowed to take the kid out of a country or out of a province, we kidnapping. So the law will take its course on that one. You mentioned the do's and don'ts. The do's, it will be the driver of the child, because most of us we can't take our kids to school because of our work schedule. So we do have a driver that normally assists us in taking our school kids to school. So the driver, they must make sure that they don't just drop off the kids outside their school premises. They must make sure that the kids, they actually went through the gates of the school before they leave. And the parents, it's up to the parents to make sure that they got the numbers of their drivers, which is the cell phone. They also must have the registration numbers of the car. With those registration and the make of the car, they must share it with the school so that when they are picking up the kids, they must know that this is the actual school transport for these specific children. What happened there's a story that happened, I think it was in East London. What happened was there was a parent, the parents are friends. So the parent went to school to fetch her kids, not knowing that the her friend's kids are still in school. So she decided, no man, I know these kids, let me take these kids home just to do the favor for her friends. She took the kids to school. What she didn't do is she didn't inform the parents. Sorry, she didn't inform the parents that she will be taking the kids home. So when the parents of the kids went to school to fetch the kids were nowhere to be found. So you can imagine the panic and the frustration of the parents. So always saying is like the communication is very much important. So we are trying to advise the parents, even if your neighbor's kids are at school and then while you are fetching yours, you need to go inside the school and then you need to also call the parents. But we don't advise that the kids they must be picked up by each and every one. The kids they need to have a number of person that can pick up the kids. It's either be the parents or the school transport. In that way, we don't want so many people that's going to be picking up the kids. You know, the kids, they will know this is my uncle. If the uncle say, let's go, I'll take you home, they will go. They don't know the history between the uncle and the family. So we really advise the parents to please have maybe two or three form of transport or two, three people that are able to drop off and pick up the kids. And the kids, it depends on the age. If they are slightly older, you can explain it to them. This is the person that will take you from school to school if I'm not around. This is your school transport. If the school transport is a breakdown or something like that, we will advise the school that so and so will be coming and pick you up. So communication is vital in all of this exercise.
Okay, let's wrap up then. Thank you indeed for those do's and don'ts. Uh, you also mentioned a little earlier on, and just to wrap up now, is apart from parents, getting involved, abducting their children because they don't have full custody,
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
child, and they want to punish the other parent.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
does seem to play out a lot, but what about the issues around we talked about rich kids getting abducted for ransom, but we're seeing this trend playing out with ordinary working class children as well. That seems to be an opportunistic crime, and that seems to be on the up as well.
It is on the up and it's happening, most unfortunately. Hence, I'm saying it is very important for the parent that has the custody of the kids to make sure that there is a communication channel and that communication channel is being opened between her or him and the school and the form of transportation. And not anyone can just go to the school and pick up. As I said earlier on, I make an example about the uncle. I made
Mm.
an example about a neighbor. So in those instances, you must make sure that even the janitor, they need to know, even if this is a neighbor, they need to say no, according to the list that we have as a school, this is a person that is allowed to pick up a certain student. I know it looks like it's a long and tiring exercise, but at the end of the day, we are looking after the kids. So the schools they need to play ball as well in terms of making sure. I know there are lots of school kids in the school. It's going to be a little bit tiring, but at the end of the day, we don't want to find ourselves in a situation whereby we're going to be looking for the kid that is being abducted. It's either because of the marriage that fell through, or because of the ransom, or because of any reason. So prevention is always better than cure. So always saying as care security services, as a parents, as a guardians, as whoever that is looking after these precious ones, they need to make sure that they do whatever they can to make sure the kids are safe, the kids are being dropped off and picked up by the person that they trust, the person that they understand the dynamics of the families. It's because it's boiled down half of the time to the dynamics of the family.
Kaya Zote, Project Manager for Tykes Security Service. Thank you indeed for being with us on the show this morning, sharing some very relevant and important information regarding the safety of our precious little darlings. And of course, the key
Mm.
word, the takeaway word that you want all parents to remember is vigilance, vigilance, vigilance. Just be
Vigilant.
vigilant all the time
Mm.
to keep your family safe. Thank you once again. God bless and have a wonderful day.
I thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Have a nice one. Thank you for your listeners as well.
Thank you. 9:27. This is News and Views on Salam Media. We do hope that you are finding the discussions pretty useful and interesting, of course, and interesting as well. Still to come, we will be talking with Imran Mukaddam regarding the scam, the Umrah scam. We're also going to try and see if we can give you some comment on the message from Carl Rootman, Chief Executive from Sanlam Investment Group. So lots more coming up. Please stay with us.